You guys are in the free city of Greyhawk. It's the greatest city of all the free nations, and perhaps the greatest city within the Flanness. Over the last 500 years, Greyhawk City has made itself, through wit and work, the center of all things, the center of trade, diplomacy, finance, defense, learning, magic, religion. It has been through some dark times and many numerous years that were bright and prosperous. The Greyhawk Wars officially ended over a decade ago, and the city had never seen a more prosperous time. For business in the city, war was good. But it only took less than a year for the Pact of Greyhawk to be disregarded, and blood began to spill again across the entire map. Strategies now are different. The previous wars were massive, violent, costly. Conflicts now are, if they're even out in the open, are small, precise, deadly. Most of the movement of borders is due to much more sinister and secret means. It is a new war, an unnamed war, a very dark and deadly war. There's no physical conflict happening in or around Greyhawk City. It's very well protected. It's developed itself over many, many years to be that way. But the clouds of this war darken the sky. Other miseries bring suffering as well. The Lich turned deity, Vecna, has ascended and started a war on Sigil in Planescape. The deities that remain are distracted. Connections with them are sporadic and rare, precious. This has caused a depressive effect on almost everything. Crops are difficult to grow. It's cloudy almost all the time. You have more nightmares than dreams. Refugees from the wars have fled to the once bright city, but swelling its numbers has furthered the cycle of its fall. After centuries of well-managed corruption that had been beneficial to the people has finally been overwhelmed by its own greed. Now the city is thick with organized crime, and it is assumed that nobody can be trusted anymore. You guys work for a little bit of this organized crime in various parts of the city. And as our camera sweeps across the city, what we see is a big, beautiful, walled, egg-shaped city that is just massive. It's a couple of miles long, almost a mile wide at its widest point. It comes to a little bit of a point down at one end. It's wider at the top with a big, huge castle at one end, the citadel, and the old part has two crisscross walls divide the city into three major sections. The first and bottom one very clustered and dark and old from all of the soot and smoke and years, because that's Old Town. It's divided into two quarters, the Thieves' Quarter and the Slum Quarter. It just goes to show you what that whole third part of the city is like, and it's completely packed up. And when you get into the second part, it starts to relieve itself a little bit, and you've got the Foreign Quarter and the River Quarter and the Artisans Quarter and Clerksburg, where the colleges and universities are, before the final wall separates the city from the garden section, the Garden Quarter and the High Quarter, and all of very nice houses and big mansions. And then finally the walled-in section of the castle and the citadel, where the prison is, and the offices of the Lord Mayor and the constable, all of the important people in the city. But you guys are down in the middle section of the city in two different parts. And the part that we zoom in on first is the part in the Foreign Quarter of the town. And this is in the middle part, and this is the Silver Dragon Inn. That's what I was getting at. It's raining outside, and as we get to the Silver Dragon Inn, it being in the foreign quarter tends to be the place where everybody who comes to the city is drawn to. It's often the first place sought by new arrivals. Prices are average. Servings are huge. From the spicy bean recipes of the South to the seafood delicacies of the wild coast. Where's my silver dragon? There it is. Vegetable concoctions made across the plains of Flanness. Every manner of food, every means of preparation is available here. There's 3 different restaurants in this place. 2 on the first floor and 1 in the basement. Most of the cellar is given to kitchens, but there's another restaurant down there given to fry foods. The second floor is a vast drinking hall, always crowded. Right now, there is an assortment of dwarves, halflings, ruddy barbarians, dusky sailors, nomads in furs, other nomads in turbans, half-orcs, and squinting mercenaries, cutthroats, at seats in different shadows. The sun has just set, and in this particular location is where we meet our first 2 characters. And I believe that is the 2 Backloonish brothers, if I'm correct. And you 2 are muscle, in a sense, for the owner of this inn. In the river quarter and the foreign quarter and all of the place, Greyhawk is known for its dragon inns. There's a lot of them: the green dragon, the blue dragon, the silver dragon, and there's a bit of their own little community or family as far as organized crime goes. And your boss falls somewhere down on the scale, just below some of the other dragons, certainly the green dragon. And it's definitely a very busy place, and where you guys are at, it's extremely busy. And your boss is this halfling, and he's about 2.5, between 2.5 feet tall, and he's got dark, weathered skin, and a vest that he wears that goes all the way to the floor. He's got a yellow silk shirt and brown silk pants, and a mustache that also goes all the way to his toes. His name is Olaf Al-Azul, and he runs the Silver Dragon Inn. And you 2 are sitting at a table. And I'll give you guys a couple of moments at the table. I can't hear you, Duke. You're muted.
How about that?
There you go.
I thought he told you not to drink on the job.
You know what? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Catch that game the other night?
No. Not much to score.
At least it was entertaining. Fight broke out. You know, the good kind.
A fight I'm about. Who got stabbed?
You know Little Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Little Jimmy. Took one right in the gut. He's fine. I took him right to the clerics. Everything was good.
Yeah, a little cut only gives you, it just adds to your personality.
If you don't have any scars, what are you gonna do?
Olaf gives you any hints where we're going tonight?
I got nothing, man.
It's about that time you're sitting there watching the crowd, and Olaf comes. He has this tendency to just pop out from nowhere.
Jeez.
And he comes up, and he's, I got something for you boys to do today. He's got...
you point us in the direction.
He's got beads, little gold rings, all the way down. It's like he braids it as he goes, and he'll add a bead and braid it off and tie it. So he's always messing with his mustache. I need you to go over to the Green Dragon up in the river quarter and see that guy up there, Damaris. I owe him a couple favors, and you boys are it. You're up.
Yeah, we're the favors. We get it all up.
What can I say? So go do that thing for him, and yeah, then come back and let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
Curtis, can you bring the background music down?
Yep. It's loud in the club.
Man, that bud, he's using some kind of magic to boost that. It was a little bustling in there, you think?
Hey, you know, we're headed for the Green Dragon. We need to make sure we got eyes in the back of our heads, okay?
You didn't already? What's wrong with you? But yeah, no. I mean, you're right.
Put my laptop in, sorry.
I'm gonna grab my spear, put my shield on my back, head for the front door.
Likewise.
So you two head out of the Silver Dragon and work your way up. It's really not that far. The foreign quarter actually borders right along the river quarter, which is why your boss and the boss of the Green Dragon have such a close relationship. And so you get over to the Green Dragon. Now, the Green Dragon is probably, as far as Greyhawk City goes, the most popular place in town. Certainly historically. I've told you all that, or I think I've tried to tell you all that this is going to be one of the, Greyhawk. I joked about it. It's because I'm going to mention a lot of names that you guys won't know, but there's some old school guys out there who are going to watch, and they'll know. And the Green Dragon Inn is the place. It's like the yawning portal of Waterdeep. It's the place where all of the adventurers always go to find out what's going on. And it's in the river quarter, so you get all of the people from the river that goes up the side of the city, the Reni, the river folk, which you in today's parlance might think of as like a gypsy or a Romani type person. They tend to have that sort of air about them, and they live in barges and along boathouses and such along the river and the wharfs. And they tend to flock here too. And the place is just crowded with all sorts of colorful characters. And up in this elevated spot over in one particular section, is a long table, and this is called the Lord's Table in this particular, in the Green Dragon. Excuse me. And at the head of that is Ricard Damaris, and he is a veteran of the village of Hamlet, just outside the Temple of Elemental Evil. Years after that bastion of darkness fell in the infamous Battle of Emery Meadows, he was there for that. Damaris lost a finger in that battle and received a distinctive triangular scar that's on the left side of his chin. In this place is where Ricard has Finn and Vin, two other muscles who work for an innkeeper who collect the dues of sometimes the boss from the Silver Dragon. And these two are both fighters, and they've got a little bit of a magic flair because that's the way Ricard likes it. And our camera zooms into the Green Dragon where Finn and Vin are sitting at the table watching the people who are approaching the Lord's table, there's a couple, one or two, that are lucky enough to get to sit there and share an ale or a glass of wine with Ricard. But usually it's kind of like The Godfather, where somebody comes up and is like, yeah, okay, you get to go up, and he gets just a couple of minutes of audience. And that's what you two are watching as these people come up. And the one that has approached now is our Foss, who finally gets the ability to go up to the table and see Ricard Damaris. And this is, well, Jaylee, you tell us, what do we see when we're looking at Foss, who's walking up to Ricard to give him his pitch?
You see a very tall, slender, elven man, you know, your usual elf. He's got kind of a cocky air about him. You can tell that right away. Like, just in his smile and a glint in his eye tells you he's kind of a little bit of an asshole. Long, golden hair, braided down in a single strand down his back, and his weapon's close to his hip. He's ready to party.
And so, Damaris is very flamboyant looking, very colorful, lots of sashes and jewelry. He's scarred up. He's obviously seen some time out in battle, and he obviously enjoys his time sitting at the head of the table as well. And he looks over to you and says, "So, what have you got for me?"
Well, I heard a little tidbit that you might like to know about. You know the warehouses down on the wharf, eh?
The warehouses, yes.
Yes, the warehouses. You're familiar with the warehouses. You look like a man who's familiar with the warehouses. I like a man who knows what he's talking about. That's why I came here. To you, I like you. We can do something for each other. We can strike a deal here, eh? Eh?
Which warehouses are you talking about?
Let's talk more about the deal here, and maybe we can talk more about which warehouses in specific I'm talking about. Stolen goods. That's what I came here to you about. Stolen goods. I mean, Greyhawk City, you're gonna get stolen goods every other corner. You can't go anywhere without running into shit around the corner that something's been stolen. But I heard about a big haul, Damaris, down the warehouses by the wharf. I'm your guy. I help you find it. You pay up.
And did you steal this big haul of stolen goods?
Steal, I would never. You underestimate me, my friend. I'm just gonna give him a big pat on the shoulder, friendly little squeeze. No, I'm here for business. Nothing stealing at all. None of that.
Mm-hmm. So you think you found a warehouse? You find it, or somebody tipped you off to this find?
Does that really matter? I think that's all the information we really need out of this. I came to you because I can't do it on my own. I need a little bit of help. And I know where it is, how to get in, how to get out. I thought you'd want to know. I'm just here as an ally.
Okay, so, all right. I'm assuming you want, what, a percentage?
Yeah. I could take that. I was thinking, 70-30?
Yeah. How about we do 80-20? 80 me, 20 you.
I'm the one providing you the information here, and you're trying to. I see a little swindling happening, my friend.
Yeah,
a little bit of swindling.
That's why it's not 90-10, and you got a big
bit.
guy standing behind you.
I'm fast. Are you trying to threaten me here? I come to you as an ally with information, and you tell me you have a big guy that I can walk out. I can walk out, and I can go right over to the Silver Dragon and find my buddy Olaf. Decorate his beard some more. He'll help me. I know he will.
Yeah. I give you 25, and I think that's like medium. Just the bastion of goodness.
There's a lot of warehouses down at the wharf, my friend. A lot of warehouses. I'll go pay my buddy Olaf a visit. It was good to see you. You look great. I love the sashes. Did you get a new one? Is that velvet? I like it.
So at this point, he's going to kind of look over to you two sitting down at the little table and wave you up to impose some pressure on our friend here.
Hello. Are you going to? Hello.
Fine. You're talking to
You're
us?
big. I see. You're big. Do you know how to use those
Yeah,
big
so-
muscles you got there? They just show.
Yeah, this is Fen and Ven, and
Okay.
they're here to let you see the 25%'s a pretty fucking good deal.
25% for this kind of information. For this, listen, Sven and Ben, was it? I don't know. I don't care. You come with me. Maybe you guys can help me. We can strike a deal here. Like, maybe you want to step to the side away from your boss and we can have a little conversation, huh? Hey, what are you talking about?
How about I get?
Lot of warehouses down at the wharf, my friend. Lot of warehouses. Any one of them.
How about I get Finn and Vin here to hold your fingers while I pull out your fingernails one at a time until you just kind of narrow the selection of warehouses down for me.
Sven and Ben, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Do you
wouldn't
hear
do
that, dog?
That dog you got in the back there sounds mighty scary, but you know I can always carry dog treats with me. I'm a bit of a dog person. Sven, Ben, whatever the fuck your name is, you wouldn't do that. Look at me, I'm just.
I think the
You guys aren't saying
You
much.
never
I
shut
don't
the
know
fuck up.
about their loyalty, my friend. I don't know about this.
I think the boss is cutting you a good deal. What's your name?
Foss, you can call me Foss. Nice to meet you. That's Sten
Floss.
hand.
Floss. I
Her
think
name
the
is
boss
Floss.
is. Yeah, I think the boss is cutting you a good deal. You're just giving information, aren't you?
Giving information and I'm helping out. I know how to get in there. He doesn't necessarily. I mean, no offense to your boss there, but he isn't exactly light of weight. I don't think he could sneak in the back like I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking for a little bit of help, a little bit of backup.
Okay.
You wanna ruin these beautiful fingers? You don't know what these fingers have done, my friend. You don't know. I'm just gonna hop on over to Olaf. It was good talking to you guys, but I know Olaf will do me at least 30.
You know, I like
30, 70, I'll settle it there.
I like how
37.
how feisty this one is. I'll tell you what, we'll agree to 70-30 as long as I'm happy with what I see. If I'm not happy, I'm gonna kill
You're
you
really happy, my friend.
and take it all.
That's some strong accusations you got there, but I promise you, this is a big haul. This is a big haul, my friend. 70-30, I'll take it. Put it right there.
Yeah, that's what I have got these guys for.
All right, Steven, I don't know what your name is. Shake my hand, put it right there, 70-30. You've been here, you're all witnesses. If you cut me out of this deal or take it in any way down the road, you're gonna have a hard time, my friend. 70-30, you are all witnesses. Shake my hand.
So while Foss is trying to get her spitty paw into somebody's hand, it's about the time
You gotta make a deal, you guys sign contracts. I'm getting my money if they try to cheat me out of this. Someone do it. My pristine fingernails are still on my fingers waiting for you to shake my hand, my friend.
the two big fighters from the Silver Dragon come strolling in the front door.
Thank you.
Boss,
Thank
you got
you.
company.
Oh, great, more big guy.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Um,
you with the mouth. You stay right there. I got the perfect. We're just gonna take care of this shit right now, all of it together. Yeah, you guys.
You must be the man.
That's right. Welcome to the Green Dragon Inn. This is my place. I would offer you some of the wonderful amenities that I have here, but that's not going to happen because it's dark out and this one's loud of mouth, and I want to get this business taken care of so I don't have to deal with him anymore. So, you two are supposed to be doing me a favor because your boss owes me money that he's not paying. I don't know what's going on over there. You guys been busy, right?
Totally.
Yeah. See? That's what I was thinking. So, my guys are going to go with you, and you're going to take this skinny guy, and you're going to go down to the wharfs, and you're going to find out whatever this warehouse is, and you're going to assess these stolen goods for me. You up for that?
Whatever it takes.
We're here for a job. Get to it.
I love the enthusiasm. Finn, you going to be able to manage this situation for me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I'm not feeling the most of confidence right now.
What do you want, a fucking hug?
I like this one. This one can come along, yeah. Don't
Yeah.
worry about
Yeah. All right, whatever.
that. I don't want to cut. You can have 100% of the scarves, you know?
As long, thanks. As long as I can get rid
You're
of this
welcome.
one. Go away.
You heard him. I'm not waiting around any longer. I
Lead the way, Blondie.
So he waves you off, and assuming that you don't do anything as you are walking right out the door, you are on a pretty major street in Greyhawk. I believe it's Cargo Street. So you head down Cargo Street, and the rain is moderate outside. We can't hear the music in the Green Dragon anymore. It was rocking in the
moderate
Green
rain
Dragon.
here. Left my umbrella at home.
It is moderate rain.
Yeah, it's gonna mess up your pretty hair.
Oh, thanks for noticing. I shampoo really regularly, you know. It's
Oh, do
important.
you
Take good care of
condition
your hair.
too?
Yeah, but
That's
only a
fantastic.
couple
Shut
times
up.
a week.
Get moving. Let's go.
Listen, all four of you, do your boss pay you well? Your boss pay you well? Does he take care of you? Are you guys happy? I want to know. Let's have a moment. Let's get together. Are you happy?
This loudmouth trying to cut us a deal in the rain. Shut up and show us the way.
Listen, there's 5 of us here. This is a big haul. I'm just saying, put it all on the table. We could all go there. We could get the haul. We could leave. We could leave Greyhawk. You could leave the bosses. There's a lot of stuff in this warehouse. A lot
we
of good stolen
double-cross
shit.
Damaris, we double-cross Olaf. We'll all be
Then
dead
what?
before we can hit the edge of town. Don't be
Not if
stupid.
you have enough money to hide. With enough money, you can do anything, my friends. You don't know
How much
that because you
money?
don't have enough money yet.
All we're hearing is empty promises right now. Let's see the haul.
Okay, I like the one who talked before you. I don't know anybody's names, but how much money? It's a lot. I like you, my friends. Just keep it in mind. I'm not saying we have to strike a deal now. I'm not saying we gotta go holly hippie you gotta pick up a family, run off to the woods and start a fucking log cabin. I'm just saying. Think about it. Alright?
Ben, do either of you feel like taking off one of your socks and shoving it in this guy's mouth? Jesus. Get
Left
down the
there's a lot
road.
of warehouses on the one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's probably not the best idea to talk about
Sensitive-
double-crossing Damaris.
a bit of
literally
animosity.
Right outside the frickin'
Sensing
tavern.
a bit of animosity here. Okay, alright. Maybe we should have walked a little further. I understand what you're saying there. I never took that into consideration. Let's head on out.
I don't think you've taken a lot of things into consideration.
You have
Who
a
are
lot
we
of
gonna sell-
assumptions about
Who are we
me.
gonna sell a warehouse full of stolen goods to besides Olaf or Damaris?
There's like 5 other dragons around it. What are you talking about? Someone out there. There's this thieves guild. There's a black market. It's Greyhawk. Anything, anyone. Y'all just don't. You gotta look at the bigger picture. Here you are in a society trying to do henchman work for some fucking
Expand your mind.
scarf ass
Shut
bitch.
up. Just friggin' say it.
All right. Do any of them have anything valuable? Like a charm or a locket I can just keep in my mind for later.
Are you asking if you have anything
Yes.
valuable?
Or no, if any of these guys.
No. Any of you have anything valuable?
Come and find out.
Use your imagination. Imagination. All right, that's fine. We can consider it.
Carbon is very.
I'm giving no limits on tonight's episode as far as that goes. So you can
Alright, well,
you can
well,
be
Foz
you
took
can be
note
like
that you
I
have a
socked
really
every
nice
dime
turban.
away that I had.
So we'll see if that turban falls off in battle and gets stolen later. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no fanfare for Dio. I walk in heavy leather
You don't
armor.
even have like some nice boots or anything.
Oh hell no. No.
Okay, that's fine.
Supple
We can
lambskin.
continue.
My
It's
character's
probably-
the opposite.
It's probably
Anyone
Finn
here
and,
wear a
yeah,
monocle?
probably Finn and Vin, the guys that work for the
Yeah.
super flashy,
Yeah.
gangster that
You
runs
got, like,
the
some bling?
most popular place in town.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I do.
I wear the
Yeah,
finest
dude.
clothes.
I'll do a perception check on Finn right now. Ooh, that's a lot of dice. Anyway, we're continuing to the dwarf.
So
60. Do you have anything shiny on you?
Me?
Yes.
Greyhawk City is a city of thieves, and it is dark, and it is dreary and rainy outside. And
So probably not.
as you guys get into the, you travel down to the city, and you're making your way towards the gate. And the gate that you're going to go through is the cargo gate. It's a very busy gate, even at this time of night, because Greyhawk City is so huge. It's kind of like what you would imagine the docks are like at in New York City, just this constant traffic because boats have to keep going and coming, so they don't really care as far as what time of night. If it's got to be unloaded, it's got to be unloaded. And so there's several guards that are at the cargo gate, and you guys are stopped as foot traffic going through at night. You guys all look like off. All right, I think mics are back. I think they can hear us and everything now. Should be good. I don't know what happened
Let
there.
us know in the chat if you can
Ah.
hear us now.
Fridays
I'm
are just,
still- I'm still
crazy,
beating
crazy day.
off the gremlins and goblins.
Hold on, sir. Can they actually hear us?
Half a rainbow says, "I see you, no hear you."
Now the audio is quiet.
Well, we're so quiet. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not a quiet person.
We know.
It comes out in all of my characters. Okay,
so they can
Krista
hear us.
hears us. Hey.
Krista's watching?
Yeah, Krista's watching. Everyone say hi to Krista.
All right,
Hi, Krista! I miss you!
we got something now.
She might join us at some. Okay, Krista hears.
Oh, I heard that.
Whoa.
Sorry. I was just trying to...
Oh no, you're good. All right, I think we're good. I think they can hear us. All right, sounds good to me now. I've got chat up.
Yep, my guy.
Excellent.
We're
Hey.
good.
Saying I'm
Now,
soft,
where did
so
we leave
let me
off?
Turn that up a little bit.
Burn cream.
See if that helps out a little bit.
So we're walking towards the wharf. There's a
Lot of
gate.
traffic.
It's moderate, and none of us have umbrellas.
Get that
It's
mic
hot.
all up in your grill.
Yeah. Okay.
I want you to be like so close to kissing it. Just
You got to be practically
Just touch it.
deep throating that mic.
it's
Oh,
me.
hey, Curtis, is that a Blue Yeti?
It is.
Where?
Did you can crank up the gain on the mic.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do easily,
Okay.
because I get a lot of background noise
Okay.
because I don't have. I'm hoping to get moved into a studio at some point soon, but
Fancy.
all right. So
Very fancy.
yeah, so you guys are at the cargo gate. Now, what happens at the cargo gate in Greyhawk City is both coming in and out, because you've got almost just as much city on the outside of the gate as you do on the inside of the gate, is they charge you a free sword tax. And so as you are in the foot traffic lane heading out of the city, and while it may seem silly, but in the city this large, there's so much traffic going in and out of this gate because you're headed right into the docks, basically into that wharf section along the river. And it's a huge river. It's like the size of the Mississippi. It's massive. And of course, they're going to stop you. And yeah, you guys need to pay out. It's
Why?
2 gold for the swords. All your swords. 2 gold apiece.
Yep.
And given
I
That's
turn,
really funny.
I turn
That's
and
funny.
look at Damaris's people, Finn and Vin. I just stare at them.
I stare
I
back
stare
at
at
you.
you back, and I
Like-
give him 2 gold.
Is there any way to
We don't
sneak
have
around this? Can
yeah, we
I
don't have time.
do a sneaky? Yeah, we don't have time.
Do you want to try to sneak around him?
Yes.
Then you
May I?
yes. You can try anything you want.
Oh my
You need to
God.
roll a
Don't split
stealth
the party.
check.
Well, I'm not gonna split the party. I'm just gonna go on the other side and wait for the rest of the party to make it through.
So while they are
I'm not giving up my gold. Unless one of you wants to pay for me. I am
No.
your guide after all.
I'm thinking, how big is this hall actually? If you won't give up.
Yeah,
to-
okay, how big is this hall?
the gatehouse at the cargo gate is actually quite big. There's 8 different city watch that work inside this, and it's big enough that you've got 2 wagon-sized lanes of traffic going through on one side, with still a bit of reserved for 8 feet or so on one edge reserved for foot traffic coming and going through the gate as well. So it's actually quite a massive gatehouse that this structure is. So it there's enough activity, and there's stuff that's stacked along the edges, barrels and boxes and stuff that they confiscate or pull off of a wagon, contraband, things like that. So you have the opportunity to sneak around if you want, while he's getting the gold from the others.
I would like to try if I can, yes.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
Standing right next to her, because I haven't taken my eyes off of her, would I have the opportunity to try to see her going around or trying to sneak past these guys?
What's your perception?
That's a great question.
I'm
Could
gonna
do
let me.
this.
I
Ooh.
rolled a natural 4
Forgot.
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I can roll on roll 20. Look at that, friends.
Go on your
21 stealth
on
check.
on your character sheet, Duke, under The road there, because you guys are using basically NPC character sheets. On the left-hand side in the box, you'll see the skills, and it should be a perception plus or minus. You can actually click the word perception, and it'll roll it.
I can do that for athletics and intimidation, but I can't do that for perception.
Doesn't show up as a
no.
skill.
No.
All right.
I have it.
So
Guaranteed special.
while you guys, everybody else pays the 2 gold apiece, I'm assuming.
It's really expensive.
The
It's a
guard,
rough city.
the guard who was
Yes,
paying.
I hand over the 2 gold. After Finn and Vin obviously aren't going to pay, I hand over the 2 gold.
Who else is not gonna pay?
I don't.
We don't
No,
have time for this. I'm
After
paying.
Finn and Vin aren't going to pay for me, is what I mean.
Right,
Oh.
right, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you guys do that, it's distracting enough, and Foss is, while he may have seemed a bit of a loudmouth, and while you may not have given him the respect that, I don't know whether he deserves it or not, but he slipped right around those guards and avoided the free sword tax while you guys were doing that. And as you pull yourselves together and you pay, okay, everybody's paid, great. You turn around, you get to the other side of the thing. There's Foss.
What the?
What? What? What?
Jeez, friggin' elves. Let's go.
Are you trying to be racist now? Let's not cross that boundary, my friend. Let's not get into that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an elf thing. It's just it's a tactic. All right, but let's not linger on it. Come on, this way. And I'll start walking ahead.
Follow.
Yep.
Once you've gone through the cargo gate and you've entered into the wharves section of the city, you guys don't come out here very often. You are the type who stay in the city, you stay in the inn, it's nice and comfortable, you've got your jobs, you do your routine, everything is great. The people who work and live in the wharves, it's almost like a completely different country out there. And so when you get onto the other side and the smell comes in up off this very slow moving river, very wide, very flat, deep and getting deeper as it moves north into the big massive lake. It's going to go through a huge gorge, and if it goes south it travels all the way to the bay, so it gets all the traffic, all the different types of people. It gets all of the runoff from the Cairn Hills. It gets all of the runoff from the city. All of the fishermen, all of everything lands here. So every smell that you could possibly think of is here. If your bosses were to have a man executed and the body disposed of, chances are this is where they would go to get it dumped. And as you go through, it's almost like you've gone into a new city. The streets get more narrow, except for the one that goes straight down to the river that you've come through, and it ventures off into various other little arteries and veins of smaller avenues and streets into the actual buildings. Lots and lots of warehouses, loading docks and processing plants for all nature of products. Lots of things that happen down here in the wharves. Very busy, which also causes it to draw a lot of crime, because not everybody is watching all of these people do all of these things, and you know how that goes. And so then Foss, having the information that he has, takes you through and leads you down a side street, because he doesn't take you straight down to the wharves. The warehouse is down this other little side street. And as you head down this little side street, I need everybody to make me another perception check, or the best perception check we can.
Oof.
Natural
6.
1.
Smells like home.
I'm too busy being pissed off at this loudmouth elf to pay any attention to anything else. I rolled a natural 1.
I rolled.
The whole time you're just staring at him like,
Yeah,
You rolled a
pretty much.
what, Olivia?
14.
A 14.
I rolled that 10 and rolled 20, and I have a +1 wisdom. I do not know if I have a proficiency in perception, but I would doubt it.
Who rolled the natural 20? Deo.
No,
Oh, that was a wisdom roll.
yeah, I was seeing if that worked. Damn, that's a waste of a natural 20.
Nope. Figures.
Right.
So
Oh, boy.
as you're going down this narrow street, it's just barely enough to get wagons through, and it's you're probably in some sort of processing area. Something is getting processed over here because the smell is something that you guys have not smelled. It's not that it's death, it's not that it's rot, it's you don't know what it is. And then who rolled the highest number?
type 6.
Yeah, Olivia.
Olivia, that's me.
You're looking down the alley as you guys are kind of strolling down, thinking, all right, Foss, guy, sneaky little bastard, is going to find this warehouse. You notice a pair of eyes. Probably 2.5, 3 feet off the ground. Red. Just sort of a blink out of a shadow up ahead. 100, 150 feet up in the darkness. It's raining out, it's dark, you're in a narrow street. The light is dim to begin with. Trash cans, boxes, crates, it's a littered street. Lots of stuff happens here.
I turn to my companion, then, and poke him, and then just gesture where I saw the eyes. Did you see that? Did you see that?
No. I like I whistle to Fossick in the front.
Yeah, I'll stop. Yeah. What's... Is that a cat call?
I kind of gesture my head towards Finn. Tell them about what you saw.
There are eyes ahead that were red and about 3 feet off the ground.
That's very specific. Can I roll another perception check to look
Yeah, and Finn,
at the area?
as you look back to double check your vision, you see that same pair of eyes blink back at you. Sort of, there they are again, then they're gone, and then you see another pair just kind of off behind it just a smidge.
Are
I got a
these?
15.
Can we all see them at this point? Can we all see the eyes at this point?
Yeah, as you all start looking, because I'm sure at this point she's going to be like, there's another one. You do look. And as you all start to focus, you see, as you go further down, there's more and more of them.
Do they seem to be coming towards us, or are they like staying still?
They just seem to be staying still at the moment.
Maybe we find a different route. There's lots of alleyways around here. We can. I don't feel that great about friends over there.
Are the eyes all at the same level?
Relatively.
Are they
Creepy.
as far apart as a humanoid's eyes, or do they look more spread apart like you know, an animal, some sort of wild beast.
Yeah, you would. You
be...
might actually think that they were closer together, like as if you were shining a lantern in a raccoon's eyes or something like that.
Are any of you like? Do we have any way to like light? It's raining, so we can't light a torch. But...
Oh, I can light.
Oh, look at this fancy.
You know, like little tinkle magic. Maybe we can light away here. It's getting a little dark. And I'm gonna like. I was leading the pack, but I'm gonna like take a few steps back. Maybe step behind a couple of our friends here.
I'll pull out my shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my sword. And I'm gonna cast light. I think I have to touch it. Okay, so I'm gonna touch my sword and cast light on the sword. And that should illuminate, I think, 200 feet.
As soon as you do that, there is an attack. Who's in the back of the pack as you all are looking down this?
Is it fun?
We'll move to the back.
That'd be so funny. No,
Yeah, since we didn't get a marching order before, that's kind of my fault. So now I'm asking for a volunteer.
I was right behind Fossick. Like, I was not gonna let that guy out of my sight.
I know I was up front, and I like went to the middle because that seems to be the safest area in the alleyway. Is the and then Duke was right behind me, so whoever's with Duke, I guess, might have been behind him.
If Duke was in the back, then I would probably have been in the front with the squishier people in the middle.
Yeah, if Fossick had moved to the middle, then I had moved to the back, so it's probably me.
Oh God.
What's your armor class?
16.
A crossbow bolt goes flying from behind you, over your shoulder, over the top. And at that point, we're going to roll initiative. But before we do that, what you see is out of the shadows, stepping into the light that she's just made, as you look behind you to see where this bolt just came from. There are 10 of these halfling to dwarf-sized rat folk. They look like people. They're dressed like people. Some of them have got their ears pierced. They've got mustaches with decorations, and they're wearing leather garb and different sorts of things. They're carrying daggers and crossbows, and yeah, rat folk is probably the best way that you can describe them, only they look rather nasty because they're kind of chubby, 3-foot tall, red-eyed rat people.
Serpentine.
Let's
And
do this.
so now in Roll20, since this is our first run at Roll20, you may look in the upper left-hand corner, and you may see a button that says Roll for Initiative. Oh, I don't even know if you... Hang on. You're not there, because I don't have you... I don't have you locked into a page here. Hang on.
Does it have to select a valid token?
Yeah. I don't have your... So if you go to where your character sheet is listed, because we'll use this as a learning experience too, and you just grab your name with the mouse and drag it over to the center of this main street right here, it should pop your token up.
Ooh, fancy. Okay. I can find it.
We'll see if that works. Now Roll20 goes a little bit slow, so if it doesn't happen right away, just give it a second.
Okay.
I see Domi. supposed to just be Dom.
My initiative isn't coming up, so I just rolled.
Nobody else is
I just did a
coming.
D20 roll.
Alright, so here, I'm gonna pull people over. Why is... Alright, hang on a second.
This is cool. I've never messed with Roll20.
That's
I like it. Where are... Oh, okay, there we are. Cool. Awesome. Okay.
Alright, so I got Dom there. I got... there's Theo. It's gonna say Vincent and Finn with 2 N's because I had done different things, and this one should be... Alright, does everybody see a token now? You can grab the map and move it around with your right mouse click. And you can hit your Alt button and scroll in and out to zoom. There's a couple of shortcuts. You should be able to grab your mouse, although it's not really too terribly important.
Roll initiative.
I start. Alright, so Deo, did you roll?
I rolled a D20.
What did you get?
I rolled a natural 19, so I think that puts me at a 22. My dex bonus is +3.
Cool. And Chris, what did you roll?
Oh, I'm sorry, +2, so 21.
I rolled a 17 for initiative.
And you got the same plus, what is it, 1 or +2?
+2. Well, I mean, because I just did a straight initiative roll, so it was
That's-
15 +2.
Okay. We'll just burn through this here real quick. And Rashid, did you roll anything?
Yes, I rolled and I got 20.
Are you guys
Jaylee?
seeing my initiative roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jaylee, how many times you gonna roll
Okay,
initiative,
it's like
kid?
it's like okay. Well, my first initiative roll, I got a 10. I was like trying to figure it out because it keeps popping up this red thing that said no valid token was selected, so you can't send the result. So I didn't think you guys saw that. Yeah, I rolled initiative like 7. Okay, it was 10. My first one. Very, very not great.
It takes some
Middle
getting,
of
it
the
takes
road.
some getting used to. That's all right. Tonight's riddled with problems. And Olivia, what did you come up with?
Well, you know, I rolled a 9.
I thought you were gonna go further with that.
I'll give you the plus.
Yeah,
I'll give you
well-
the +2, and we'll make it 11. How's that?
The first initiative roll I see from you is a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
For me,
okay.
further.
If we can go with a 15, that would be dope.
I'll give you a 15.
Yeah, the first time you rolled initiative was 15, Olivia.
Cool. Alright, 15 it is.
Heck yeah.
This is just for fun tonight, anyway. So it's not like.
All our characters are going to die. So.
That's fine, I don't give a shit.
I'm a little attached to this loudmouth, you know.
No,
This might be
I did come
Jaylee's
up with
real...
backstory though.
Yeah, this might be Jaylee's real character, but it's not my real character, so...
No, it's not my real character. That's a lot of rat folk.
I mean, it is the tide of vermins.
You right?
Okay, so this one is. Let's see. see what these guys can do real quick. Okay, they're not that close together. There's no sneaking going on. They're just straight up. Oh wow, these guys don't even get a multi-attack. Alright, so he's going to shoot at the first one. So that's Dom in the pack. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah. Oh man.
Just barely.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that hits. Yeah.
And it's going to hit you. You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage. And then
This character has way more hit points than any other character I've ever played as.
yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
And then Deo, your turn.
I'm gonna run up to the closest one. I cannot get my token to move, or I would do it. This, as we're looking at it, that one on the left, and I'm gonna shield bash him, and then I'm gonna stab him with my spear.
The first one, which one? Hit him again.
This one, roll 20 isn't registering for me very well.
Okay.
So you can see where my token is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
None of them
That
are
one.
like
Okay, good.
Whoa.
Should be able to move
You
it.
see
now.
me move?
Yeah.
That was like
cool.
real life.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm running up to that one, and I'm gonna shield bash him.
Okay, go ahead and hit your shield bash.
16.
16 is going to hit. Roll for damage.
So he is. He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Strength.
I rolled 2 ones, so 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
He's got a -2, so
Where's that player roll? Duke, you're rolling like a DM.
I know. He because I'm letting the computer do it for me. He failed his strength saving throw, so he is now knocked prone. And then I get 2 more spear attacks because I get to attack 3 times. So we're gonna stab at him with the spear as he's prone.
How much damage did you do to him the first time?
6.
Okay. So 2
That
more
doesn't-
spear attacks. You've knocked him
doesn't kill
down.
him.
No, but
That
it didn't kill him, but it did some damage to him.
Okay. So since he's prone, I'm rolling at advantage. Is that correct?
Correct.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Yay! Now I'm rolling like a player. So I rolled 2d6 plus what? 2d6 plus 4 damage. I did 15 points of damage attack.
That will finish that one off. So with your spear, you just poke him full of holes, and he, dies.
Sweet.
Do you do anything like nasty? Does your guy have any bad habits when he kills small people creatures?
No, he just moves on to the next one to kill them. I don't. I'm not flashy. I'm not. Dio is just straight up killing machine.
Awesome. So do you have any movement left that you want to do?
How far away was that guy from me? Do you know?
Let's see here. I can't show the others. No snapping. You were about right there. He was about 13 feet.
So I've got another 17 feet to go.
Correct.
Can I get to this one here on the corner?
You can get to about the corner, yes.
Okay, well I'll get to that one and make my 3rd attack on that guy. I will do another shield bash. Oh, I did it at advantage. Hold on, let me reroll. I'm not used to using roll 20. 13 to hit.
13 does not hit. He saw you coming, dodged out of the way just a smidge.
Ugh. That rat bastard.
literally.
At him.
Boo.
And that takes us to Ven.
I am going to, unlike my person who used before me. What's your character's name?
Dio.
Any name.
Dio. Okay, cool. Unlike Dio, I am very flashy. I whip around and I see these three right by me, and I fireball in the center of them.
Nice.
The three that are behind you guys.
Yeah, because
Correct.
I'm
Oh, fireball.
I'm not a fan of Dio, but I don't want to incinerate him.
Gotcha.
Not
Fair.
before the hall.
And what is the?
You roll a dex save, and if you fail, I have to roll 8d6. And if you fail, you take all of it. If you succeed, you take half.
Nice.
What's the radius on the fireball?
20 feet.
I think he's doing the ones down here by me.
Well, no, I don't want to. No, because I don't want to kill you. I wanna hurt you.
Okay, I got you.
So we're looking at these back here.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to do a save then.
He's exploding some homes as well.
He's gonna burn up all
Yeah,
our
they're
stolen
fine.
goods.
Their
It's
lives are
raining.
unset.
You're fine.
The buildings are soaked. What save do they need to make?
Dex save, which I'm sure they're going to knock out of the park.
They're rats.
That's why there's 8d6.
Yeah. Questionable.
One gets an 18, a 16, and a 15.
Oh my god. Alright, let me figure out how to. There we go.
What's your spell DC?
It's like way lower than that. I'm way lower than that. It's 14. So they all pass.
Massive fireball goes off, and the rats go scurrying.
They all take 30 damage.
30?
Oh, I'm sorry, 15 damage.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
they do run from the fireball. You think, oh my god, they're gonna get away, but as they run off, squeaking and running, screaming this really kind of wretched sort of sound, because it's half sort of common and half animal screech as they run off and are presumed dead. We can get rid of those
I
guys.
high five you. It's a free action.
High
I
fives.
take
If we're
it.
too far, I do it in the air.
I take it and then still look at you, Larry.
They are looking rather terrible. Did you have any other movement or anything else that you wanted to do?
I guess I could move. No, there's really no reason. I guess I'll get next to the guy in the turban. The guy in a turban who smells like bourbon. Yep, they're right there.
See if I can, save. Okay, you. Oop, I don't want to.
No,
Oh,
he
no.
just died for a second.
All right, you should be able to grab him and move him now, and then that takes us to Dome.
Okay, I cannot remember how to trace that line that shows how far away stuff is.
If you go to the little menu on the left-hand side, the little boxes, and there's one. It's supposed to be a ruler. To me, it looks like a comb.
Okay.
Oh,
And you click
yeah.
on it. You can. I use no snapping. That way, it doesn't go to the grid, which I've got turned off anyways. And that way, you can just go from the person. You just put it on the center of your token, and then there you go. You gotta figure it out.
Awesome. I'm gonna go over there and stab me a rat dude.
All right. I think you should. I think you can move your guy now. I just updated it, so it should.
Ooh.
Awesome. All right, roll an attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do what my brother did and shield bash first, and try to knock him prone.
And that is a strength save.
Yep, DC 15.
You knock the little rat guy flat on his posterior. Does he take damage from that?
He just took 8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, it knocked him down, and like his jaw like looks like it's broke off over to the side a little bit,
Ooh.
and blood is trickling out the side of his mouth.
Be like that.
Do you have another move?
He's
Or-
not dead though, right?
Not dead, no.
Okay, then I will use my second attack to just stab that little bitch in his stupid rat.
And you have advantage because he's prone.
Right. How do I change that?
Scroll to the top of your character sheet
Uh-huh.
and click on advantage, and then go down and
Advantage.
Yeah, those are like
click on the
toggle.
attack.
Yeah.
Nice. I think he's probably gonna be dead.
That definitely hits. How much?
21
damage?
hit.
I'll be dead.
12. Yeah, you take your spear as he's down, and he's like stunned from this blast to his jaw, realizing that his face is broken. As soon as that registers, he takes a spear through the chest and is dead.
I only had like 6 more feet of movement, so I doubt I can make it to any of the other ones. Yeah. So I will hold my position here.
It would have been his turn, so I can remove him. He's dead. And then that brings us to this little guy who's back here around the corner. And he will poke his head around, and having watched his buddy die, launches a crossbow bolt at you, Dom. And rolls a 14.
No, not
Does not
Carl.
What's that?
Does not hit.
Misses. Over the shoulder he goes. And then that brings us to Finn.
How close is the nearest rat folk to me?
Oh, let me fix your character sheet too.
How do I...
This one by me is 33, 34 feet away. 43, and this one over here is 46, 45 roughly.
Yeah, you've got enough movement. You can probably get up to that. I guess it's going to be the left-hand corner from Finn's perspective, and you'll be within the 5-foot range to make a melee attack on that one.
But they're probably all within range of spells that you may have.
Correct.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys have magic. I forget that.
I have magic.
I gave you guys a little bit
Yeah,
of
it's
magic.
a thing.
Olivia, are we siblings? Are we siblings?
We can be.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah,
Your
man.
name's
Let's
Ryan.
be
You may
siblings.
as well be.
Alright. So I'm going to fire an chromatic orb at the mouse folk that is like hiding behind a corner. Like, can I see him? Can I see the one hiding behind a corner? Or like he peeked out?
Yeah, he was engaged. So yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. He should be right out here on the corner. So
Okay, cool.
he's
So,
a
yeah.
valid target.
So I will. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That would be 13 of fire damage.
And what were you using?
The chromatic orb.
Ooh, how does that look?
It's a
It's super cool.
3d8 acid. Like I can choose either acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. Whenever the spell is cast.
So what kind of damage did you give to this poor bastard?
Fire.
Fire damage. So he's just like engulfs. I mean, he's got like pieces of flesh burned off, and he's still alive, but you can like see bone and blackened flesh and holes, and his fur is like charred up, and the clothing that he had on is, it's not pretty.
Hey, I'm working here.
Stay out of my way.
Anything else that you can do?
No. I would like to stand. I would like to move next to Ben.
Your supposed brother. We're still
My-
figuring
my-
that out.
my mate. Might be better. Yeah.
It's canon.
I think you can move that. Oh, thank you. We just got a follower, Nava J15. Thank you. Appreciate that. Finally getting caught up to where I can actually pay attention to the followers that pop up.
Thank you, Nava.
And
So what mic feedback.
I pulled you up. I think you should be able to. You might be able to move your character. And okay, so Finn, and then we're back to one of our. Oh nope, that Ratful guy is dead. We are at Foss.
Alrighty.
Injured 13.
Let's see what's going on over here. I'ma just. How do I move him?
Hang on a second. Let me make sure I've got you. Controlled by. You should be able to grab him with your left mouse button and just drag it over.
Ooh.
Does that work?
Okay. No. Oh, yeah, there he is. I'm gonna go up here in the shadow here. Kind of by, cowering by her, and I'm gonna shoot my at the rat folk that is peeking around the corner fighting that one guy. And that gives me sneak attack, right?
The one
I don't know
that
how anything works.
the one that Olivia was just fighting.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that one just for the simple fact that he was
Ooh, hot dog.
dealing with flame. He's burned up
Okay.
and has holes, and he's a bit preoccupied.
Advantage, so I'm gonna get up there, go in the shadow, pull out my light crossbow, and be like super smooth about it. Advantage, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. And then how do I roll damage for that?
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, attack, right? Yeah.
What were you using, the short sword?
The light crossbow.
Oh, the light crossbow. Oh, yeah, you found it there. 6 piercing. Or if you click
Does
the
sneak attack go with any of that since she's in combat?
Yeah, what's the sneak attack?
It's 46. I don't know how to do that.
It's extra. It's so much extra death. That's what.
It's so much extra death.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what's
Well, let's go
attack
ahead. Let's see if you get 5 points out of the first attack. And then...
She rolled 6. She rolled 6 damage on the
yeah.
crossbow bolt.
6
Yeah,
plus 46.
you don't even have to worry about the sneak attack damage because the crossbow finishes off the burning rat.
What I'm gonna do it is an extra 10 damage. Yeah.
It just there's
I
really,
just said I'm working here.
there's nothing left. And
I mean, I cannot do anything if you really want to do this on your own. I'll just take you. I'll have a little snack. I got some cakes. I actually am though going to use a cunning action to bonus action to hide,
you jump
as
in,
if that'll like really do anything.
yeah, so you jump into the shadow, hide behind the corner, and then when everybody comes to focus after the screaming, burning rat person that just died at everybody's feet, you look up and the other two have scurried away into the darkness.
Can I try to do perception to see if those 3 that Rashid hit with the fireball, like if they're still hanging around at all?
You can. Give me a
Yeah,
roll.
if they're running away, I would have thrown my spear if I would have had the opportunity. But for narrative's sake, they got away.
I just want to make sure everybody's gone.
Everybody is definitely gone.
Woo!
They have fled away. And it's at this moment that we're going to take ourselves a very quick break. And we will be right back. All right. We are back. And you guys are still in this dark, rainy alley. There's now the stench of the air and the wharves. There's also this rising stench of iron and blood. And these rat folk that you've just slain, a burnt one. And Foss, and I'm going to kind of lead you here for just a second, only because I told poor Foss that I would have a handout for her as this begun to kind of give her a heads up as to where she was leading you guys, and I didn't get to that, so... yeah, you got him pretty close, Foss, without really any accurate information at all.
Cool.
And after leading them through the rat folk attack, you take them around a couple of corners, and the alleys seem to get a little bit tighter, and the air, for some reason, a little bit thicker and cooler. And you make it to the warehouse of question.
Well, here we are then. Told you there are a lot of warehouses around here, so took a bit. Sorry about the alleyways back there, the smell. Make a candle out of that, give it to your enemies, you know? Like, fuck you, it's off, you know?
Get us inside, Blondie.
Alright. I do that. I assume that I know about this place somewhat. Unless I was bluffing, but...
No, you got the information through your sources, and you reach out, you check the lock. It is unlocked as you expected, and you open it up, and it seems to be a regular warehouse. There's crates, there's barrels, there's coils of rope, bags of assorted grains, different sundries, different things like that, scattered about. And yeah, it goes back. You know, it's a pretty big warehouse. I would say that it's it's going to go back another 50, 60 feet off into the darkness. You can just barely make out the back wall, and there's your height of stacks of stuff as you go back, and shadows and darkness and such.
Is the light spell still active on her sword?
I would say no.
No.
How long does that last?
Unless you extinguish it, it's active for an hour.
Oh, okay, well then I did not. Then, yeah, it's still on there.
Yeah. So yeah, you can light it up, and it's probably 60, 75 feet back. You can't see around. There's different stacks of piles of goods, kind of like you would see stacks if you're imagining the deck of an old ship, a pile of boxes and crates and bags, and then another. So there's little coves or little spots, in between that you can't see behind. But for the most part, you've got a clear shot to the back wall. Pardon me.
I'm gonna start walking to the back. You guys put any consideration into my offer?
We still haven't seen the product. Why would we have any
Right.
consideration yet?
Yeah,
Well, it's still on the table.
I thought this was a warehouse full of, stuff, not bags of flour and rope.
You haven't even opened the bags of flour. How are you supposed to know it's a bag of flour if you haven't even seen the flour? Hey? Let's continue forward. I think it's back there. Yeah.
Lead the way, Blondie.
I have a name, you know. I'm not all hair. Right?
Yeah,
yeah,
the
I'm
hair
gonna-
is gorgeous, so that's all we pay.
You too much. You
Yeah,
too much,
shut
my
up.
friend. All right, yeah, I'll take your compliments. Let's go. Yeah, and so I'll continue walking back, taking careful steps,
So
Seeing as I've watched
looking
her,
around.
you know what I mean? She snuck through the gate so deftly. I am not letting her out of arm's reach.
it's actually,
You know, you
it's actually,
can
not
paint a
letting him-
painting.
not
It'll
letting him-
last.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with elves.
I know. I
Paint a
think,
painting, it'll last longer, my friend. You see, so
I think
all
I can
over me
call
there. It makes
Voss.
me a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take a few steps away from that larger gentleman to the left and keep on going back.
So you're walking down through, and yeah, it's all you see is bags and boxes of flour, and you know, as far as you're concerned, it might as well be what it is. What is that? Barley. Okay, and boxes. You know, you could start popping boxes, I suppose, if you wanted to. But as you get back to the back, you notice that there is a set of stairs that go down
Yes, here we are.
into a
You know,
cellar.
Warehouses, you can hide a lot of stuff in there. Who wants to go down first? Eh? I
You
take their
do.
position.
You-
I don't though. I don't. That's why I said someone else can.
Dio puts his spear right up to Foss's chin.
Oh yeah, we're playing this game, huh? Okay.
You're leading the way.
All right. Make the elf go ahead. It's all about race, isn't it? It's all about race with you guys. Okay.
What are you scared
All
of?
right.
What are you scared of?
It's a dark hall. Do you see with your eyes the staircase leading down to the dark, dank, fucking warehouse full of
Yeah.
stolen goods? Yeah, I'm
You're
scared.
the elf.
All right.
You're the elf. You're the elf. You're the one that can see the dark. Turn around.
Pushy.
Let's go.
Okay, fine. He turns around and goes down the stairs. Can I check for traps?
Yes.
Is that perception?
I think it's actually dexterity for rogues.
Investigation.
Investigation? Okay, we'll go with that.
I don't see an investigation thing on here.
No, because it's a...
It's a plus intelligence, whatever your intelligence modifier is.
Okay, I'll do an
Just assume
intelligence.
that you don't have proficiency in it.
Well, you're actually a master thief, so I'm just wait, I'm gonna I'll give you the benefit
Here,
of the doubt.
should I just roll a d20 and see where that gets me?
Yeah, roll a d20. Let's see what we get.
Okay, I'm gonna go old fashioned.
And this is based.
Nice
You're
here.
rolling to see if you mess this up. I'm just gonna tell you that.
I got an 11.
Well, you're a little bit preoccupied with these people, and you almost mess up and get sloppy with one step, but no, you end up finding that there's no traps on these steps at all.
Okay. I'll continue heading down then.
You go down the steps, and there's stone steps, and you are traveling down, and you go into, and the walls become stone. It's a stone cellar. It's under the ground, underneath the street level of the city. And as you go down, you notice the first thing. Does anybody follow him down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all do.
They better be.
So with the people coming in behind you, you've got the light spell coming from the sword that you've cast. And it seems to be just a regular big warehouse cellar where you would expect probably barrels of ale and racks of wine. And if you look, perhaps you'll find that those maybe did exist there at one particular time. There's probably a dozen or 16 support beams that run down in 3 different rows the length of this cellar that hold up the floor and the bulk of the building above. And at the far end, just off at the edge of the light spell, as the sword comes down the steps, you see what appears to be this stone pedestal, probably 3 feet off the ground, 5 or 6 feet long, about the size of an altar. It's kind of dark. You can't really see if there's anything on it. Everybody roll me a perception check. You get about halfway down.
20.
Who rolled the 20?
Well, I got a 19, but 20 total.
As everybody else starting to walk, you're all getting about 2 or 3. You know, you've got these pillars, and they're about every 10 feet or so. There's like 3 rows of them. And the group with the swords kind of all going along. And Foss, the little elf thief, is kind of hanging back just a little bit because he notices at each one of these pillars, each one of these posts that are supporting the floor, at the bottom of it is pools of blood. And you guys notice too as you get going, because you start to see it, there's more and more, and you realize that at every one of these poles you see the markings of where somebody had been bound to it or tied to it. There's spots of wearing and scratches and marks, and the wood is chewed up in places, blood underneath. And as you get closer, you see that there's blood all over that altar.
What did you get us into?
I don't know. This isn't what he told me.
I cast invisibility. And I start to go right back out this damn door slowly and quietly.
Hey, where did the other one go?
It was supposed to be a big hole. It was supposed to be tiaras. I don't know what this is. Like,
Where'd you get your information from? Who told you?
A trusted friend. I can't say.
No. Don't say. Don't bullshit around. Who told you?
Listen, friend. I didn't mean to steer you wrong here. This was supposed to be
Elf.
information. This was
Who told
supposed
you?
to be. I don't know.
It's right about that time. Olivia, roll me an investigation check.
15.
Rashid, roll me a perception check. Olivia, you're looking, they're having this conversation. You guys are from the Green Dragon. You're smarter than the guys from the Silver Dragon. You're a step up, right? So, Olivia, you're checking out the blood. You're like, let's see what's going on. Rashid, you're looking around because you're freaked out. You're ready to go. This is not what you expect. Smart people don't hang around for this kind of stuff. And Olivia, what comes to mind is this blood is not that old. It's still wet, tacky, less than hours. Rashid, you're staring over there at that altar, getting a little freaked out, are ready to run, and you notice that that pool of blood that's on the top of the altar starts to shimmer a little bit, and then there's like a little bubble, and then a bigger bubble,
Okay.
and then a couple of bubbles.
I'm trying to resist the temptation to fireball because
Burn it all.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm fireballing. This place seems super evil. I'm
Okay, well,
I'm a
he's gonna do
fireball.
that. While he's doing that, I'm gonna try to
Oh, wait,
slip
hold
into
on.
the shadows here.
Before I fireball, how big is this room again?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this room is 75 feet by 30 feet wide. It's going to be 30 feet from wall to wall on the narrow side of it. It's longer than it is.
And we're about halfway down the room.
You are in the last 10 feet of it. It's up.
So we're right by the
You've
altar?
walked all the way to the end of the room to the altar.
All right, I yelled for everyone to get back. And where's Fossick?
Kind of by the front of it with Duke's character.
I'm trying to read what does.
But, like, I'm ready to sprint as soon as he like stops giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
If you sprint, I'm running after you.
Dio. How do you want to interrogate her here, or because I'm wanting to get the hell out of here. This hall is a bust.
Let's go.
Rashid, make a.
I'm gonna fail it. Whatever it is.
Intelligence save.
Oh,
you're probably
hell
not going to
yeah.
be able to make a save. Go ahead and roll intelligence. Oh, you rolled an 18.
Oh no, it's a 24 because I got a +6 to my intelligence save.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. Okay.
So you aren't charmed.
I am in fact charming.
Dominated. As you
Oh, dominate. Oh shit.
as you are making this plea to the party, you do feel somebody try to grip your mind and grip your abilities.
Finn, get the hell out of here! I'm sprinting. I should have fireballed that damn altar when I had the chance.
I'm not leaving him, so I'm staying with you.
So as so everybody's sprinting. A last
Yeah,
minute.
if I see them take off running, yeah, we're dash.
Rashid, as you are letting these people, you're watching this, thinking about whether or not you're going to just burn this place to the ground, and thinking about what it could do to a city that has gotten to this sort of situation, to destruct a building, and what it could possibly cause, and your friends are leaving. The bubbling pool on the thing, on the altar, has turned into this shape. And it starts forming up out of this into this, not really a humanoid shape, but it grows until it gets almost 8 or 9 feet tall above the pedestal, above the altar, or from the top of it. And it's got a snake-like body from, I don't know, the mid-chest down. It has the torso of a female with breasts, but scaled up into a face that's kind of scaled, and some fin-type things, but she doesn't seem like she's really there. It fades in and out. And you hear her in your mind as you lock eyes. You can't help it. She's not going to dominate you, but she's got your attention just from the sheer craziness of this, she's red and bloody, having risen from this pool, or formed of this pool of blood, and her eyes are there. And you hear in your mind, coming from her, awake. And then the eyes go black, and the blood that formed the body falls and splashes on you. And at that point, it's no longer something that you can tolerate. And knowing that your friends have fled, you turn and follow in suit. Now this happened, the story of this group of people from the Silver Dragon and this group of people from the Green Dragon, who were just supposed to go pick up some artwork maybe, or some artifacts, maybe some weaponry, discovered something that some people in Greyhawk City thought had been put away. And this was probably about 3 years, thereabouts, from the time that we have a Tabaxi monk standing outside the stone ring, just outside the Druid Gate of Greyhawk City, as she watched her furball druid friend on his quest disappear into a ring of 1,000-year-old stones. It also brings us to a female human, small in frame, smaller than her older adopted brother Foss, even though he was an elf. She's kind of got a petite frame, and she keeps herself cowled. And this is about 2 years later, and what happens is that group of people that were at the Silver Dragon and that group of people that were at the Green Dragon ultimately become friends. And on this particular evening, you guys are sitting around a table at the Silver Dragon because you've gotten familiar, and they're okay with that. And so there's not a whole lot of snobby situation going on, and the two hands from the Green Dragon are sitting sharing a drink with the two hands from the Silver Dragon, talking about old times and whatever happened to that slick little thief Foss. And from over your shoulders, you hear a voice of someone who has, through investigation and hard work in all of the years since that day, speaks to you from over your shoulders.
Me?
Kay, I'll give you a hand.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, your brother disappeared. Said he had a score. He's had lots of them, but this one,
Dio left him for dead.
this one was the big score. And he disappeared. He went out that night, and you never saw him again. And through the last couple of years, you've dug in, used every skill that he taught you, every skill that you've picked up from every mentor you've run across in your hard times on the street of Greyhawk City, and you've run across the group of 4. And not only is it all 4 of them, but they're all in the same place at the same time. It's gotta be them. You don't know for sure, but from the description of the 2 with the turbans, the Backloonish pair that used to be gladiators, the 2 goofy guys that carry the spears and shields, and then you got the 2 stuck-up guys from the Green Dragon, it's gotta be them. And they're all sitting at a table together. How could you be so lucky?
So I'm gonna carefully approach them and set a piece of gold on the table. Can I buy you around?
Sure.
Sure.
Yup.
All right. Thanks. Around over here, please, please. I couldn't help. Sorry. Yeah, I couldn't help but. Did you say Foss? In your story, it was like F-O-S-S, as in Fossick.
You know him?
I'm looking for him actually. Yeah, I do a little bit. Do you know where he is? Perchance. you know where you're talking to him, are you? Man, you are very big.
So Dio's, you
And
know, got the stone look on his face and isn't saying anything, but somebody outside of the 4 of us bringing up Foss, my heart is racing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell that she looks like?
How about you not?
Can you tell that she
How do you know?
Also, can I tell that she looks like her brother?
No, I'm adopted. He's an elf. We look nothing alike.
Oh shit. I feel like you're a narc. Oh, okay.
How do you
Listen,
know Bob?
He raised me.
Fortunate.
Well, he's actually really lovely. I know to some people he doesn't come across like that because he talks a lot. But you guys, you know him? Please, I'm just trying to find him. I can buy you more drinks. you guys, you look like you like drinks. Sorry, I'm just nervous. I'm really nervous. I don't know. He would talk. He did all the talking. It said, "This is new for me." Not really responding.
Met him once.
Once.
Never seen him again.
Do you know where he, like, what direction? Please, anything.
So,
Anybody seen him since that night? Anybody seen him since that night?
no.
And if I ever see him again, it's gonna be on the end of my spear.
Wow. Well, you know what? Wow. Wow. Can I get another round over at this table? And she pulls out a chair and she sits down, and you can tell she doesn't really have anything to hide. She kind of wears her heart on her sleeve. She's just very nervous. Like, to be here, but she wants to know more. She wants to find out. She's like prying a little bit. Like she seems almost desperate.
Curtis, how long has it been since we seen Fawcett?
3 years, you said?
Yeah, when you guys came out of that experience, when you guys all got up to the top, you saw the four of you, and there was no Fossick. So you instinctively, and because he was not part of your circle, you're like, okay, sorry, so he's done his thing. You guys all secured yourselves, and on you went. That was the last you saw him. The last you knew was you think he fled when you told everybody to get the hell out. Everybody was looking at Gore, and then you started to see the...
Why did it take you 3 years to look for your supposed brother?
Well, no, that's he goes by a lot of names. A lot of names. I'm surprised he went by almost his whole name for you guys. Greyhawk City is a big place. We were trying to find the big hall so we could finally leave the city and find someplace nice to live. And I've been looking for him. Don't get me wrong. And he actually told me if something ever happened to him to not look for him. But he's all I have. No one has said anything until now. Until you very big. Oh man, where are those drinks? Ooh, service in this place.
Look,
She's calling out your place.
my heart bleeds for you, kid, but we ain't seen him in, what, 3 years?
It's been 3 years.
Maybe I just did he die? Did he just run? Did he say anything? Anything? He was talking with someone. Someone gave him the tip. He never told me who.
He wouldn't tell us either. All right. He came in. He boasted about this thing. We got sent on a job. Job was a bust. Some shit went down. He took off running scared.
What kind? Scared? My that doesn't sound like that doesn't sound like him. What happened? What?
We don't like to talk about it.
Curtis, what's the weather like outside? Is it raining? Is it like
Yeah.
that weather? Yeah, that drab weather.
It's how we Midwesterners think Seattle is all the time.
Okay, cool. Then I definitely know what you mean. I lean in and I just.
She kind of leans back.
This isn't the place to talk about any of what you want to talk about. I look around and I see like patrons.
Oh, then should we go somewhere else? Would do me the courtesy? I just met. I have some more things I can
You have
trade
coin.
you for information.
Do you have coin?
Some. Yeah.
She wants to know what happened to her brother. Anybody care to share? Because I think we should go on a little walk.
I'm not going back there.
I'm not going inside. But
You know where the warehouse is. What he was.
well, I know where it is. There's no way I could forget it.
I can go myself. In the wharves. There's a lot of warehouses in the wharves. He always said. If you just tell me which one,
Dio stands up, puts his shield on his back, grabs the spear, and says,
Hi.
I'll show you the way.
Seriously?
You can stay, brother. If it gets her off my back and gets us out of here, I'll show her the way.
Listen, you know I'm not gonna leave you alone. Son of a bitch.
I could just
Shut your baby mouth.
use the directions. Okay.
You don't want to
I
go in there yourself. Like there's a reason why none of us are just giving you directions.
Ratful. I mean, I know a lot of ratful around there, but they're not bad.
So,
Funny.
what happens next, just for the sake of brevity, is that they end up taking you for the coin that you offer and agree to. And with the spear and shield, he goes to show you the door that they think your brother came out of alive. Or he didn't. In which case, there's down there. But there ain't nothing down there you want to see. And you think you've got a clue. And you think you've got some information. And we fast forward a little bit more. Not too long. A few months. And in your investigations through the walks with the group, they described a little bit of the scene. And from poking around, you've uncovered some information about that scene from other people. Columns, pillars, people bound to them, chained, tied, nailed, pools of blood, never any bodies. And in the process of your investigation, you uncover a couple of names. Everywhere you turn, you run into these names, and you know that they are names of evil and names of evil power. And those two words that you run across, always in whispers, are Ayuz and Vecna. And you don't know what it means, and you don't know how they're associated. But in the process of doing that, and in your investigation, one day you find yourself in the artisan's quarter, peering around a corner, looking for two people that know about Vecna. And you've already run across so many different people, and you met the four that took you to the thing, and it's so hard to trust, and whether information is accurate or whether it's not, it's always hard to say, and you get more and more untrusting of people in this sense, and so you're really checking these guys out. And as you peer at them from around a corner, you notice that they notice you. And in your instinct, you jet down an alley. You peer back around. And you realize that they're on your tail. And they're actually like coming after you. They saw you, and they're not just like, oh, there's somebody who just walked down that way. They're like coming in pursuit. You feel it. And you go down this alley, and the alley's cut off. There's a wood fence behind some boxes and barrels and crates kind of piled up, that kind of splits the alley. If it wasn't there, you could just keep running through the straight alley, but somebody put a fence there, like a picket type fence, and some stuff has gathered up at that fence over the time as a result. In front of that fence is a steel grate that goes into the ground. Another reason why you've been over here in the Artisan's Quarter. Something about that grate that you needed to check out. But now you've got these two guys coming after you. And you reach down and you try to give it a tug, and it almost feels like you can lift it out, but you don't have enough time to put that much effort into it, because you can hear the footsteps coming up from behind. And being the rogue, and have acquired the skills, the good skills that your brother had, and some skills that you've picked up being on the street, you dash up and off a couple of the barrels and boxes, over the fence, and duck behind a crate on the other side. And as you peer through the cracks in the fence, you see the two figures in black. They've got their hoods on, but it's raining. Everybody's got their hoods on. And they run through. You see them stop, look at the fence, look at the grate, mumble and whisper a little bit to each other. They look back at the fence, they look back at the grate. One of them reaches down, lifts the grate up with a little bit of effort, and down they go. And that's where we'll